Now today I'm going to show you how to paint a cat, a white cat, and show you how to paint white fur and cat eyes on black canvas. And because we have a black canvas, we can't use our black carbon paper. So what I did was, I took the back of the printout and I put chalk all over the back, yellow chalk. And this is how you transfer it to your black canvas. So now you just tape it onto your black canvas and then you start tracing out the outline of the cat. So when you take a pen and you trace the outline, the chalk will come off and you will have your drawing. See? So do any important lines that you think you need to help you get your cat on your canvas with the good proportions. So the one good thing about chalk is that when you're finished your painting, you can wipe off the chalk with a damp brush. So all you need for this painting today are your primary colors of red, yellow, and blue. And you can add sap green and burnt umber and black and white. Now, if you don't have sap green or burnt umber, you can use whatever you have on hand. And same with your primary colors of red, yellow, and blue. So they can be cad red, cad yellow, and ultramarine blue. They're the most popular ones, but whatever you have on hand, I'm sure we can work with it. And then we have a flat synthetic brush, chiseled edge, and I also have a liner brush, and a long one and a short one. You need a couple of different brushes just in case some don't work out for you, so it's nice to have a few extra brushes around. That's about it for the brushes. We come up with something else, I'll guide you along. Okay. Now I'm going to start with the eyes. That would be a nice place to start. And I'm not sure what color the eyes are on the picture, but I'm going to put in some really nice blue eyes. I was thinking green also, but you can have whatever color you want, whatever color your cat eyes are. And I'm going to start with some ultramarine blue. I'm using a small round brush and some white. Get it started just a little. Just see what happens. There we go. Good place to start because it'll show up and it'll show you where everything goes. And we'll just get that much in first. You have to start somewhere. I know when you look at a canvas, you don't know where to start. You have to start somewhere. So start with a small section first, if you're doing an animal or person. I like to start with the eyes, that way, because if you do the whole thing and then you go back to the eyes and you can't get them properly, because the eyes are what shows the likeness of the person or the animal. If you can't get that right, you're better off waiting until you get that done first, and then you can move on to the rest. This way you can shape it up. All right. Shape it up. Use your lines for a guide and a picture. Keep looking at the original picture that you're going by. It would be a big help. So just I'm putting in a light blue just to get started so I can see them. So I can make sure that I'm getting the eyes properly. Good. Now we'll do the other eye. Just fill it in first, and if the shape don't look right, you can always shape it up. Get them a little bit peaked in there. Depends on the way the fur is coming over. We'll see. Might have to shape it up every now and then. There we go. Just put it over here. We'll fix the eye here in a minute. I'll take some black paint and I'll see if I can get this eye a bit better. They need to match, hey? Now, if you have a problem with the eyes, let them dry and then go back over with the blue paint and redraw them if you're having a real hard time. So, coming down a little bit more. Put that space a bit more. That's better. Now if I need to thin that out on the bottom there, I'll just do that with my blue paint instead. So I'll straighten out this a little bit here. So even though you put your lines in, you still have to make adjustments. I'm going to take some ultramarine blue without any white. I'm going to add a little bit of a shadow up here. On the side. Around the top. do the same over here. Just using ultramarine blue. Now, we will clean off our brush. Get as much paint off it as you can and move that around a little bit. Move it around just so that it get rid of that hard line there. Try to catch it before it dries. If it dries a little bit, if you can catch it, put some water on your brush. That'll move it around. Clean brush. See? See how I moved it around? There we go. We got more shadow and depth in the eye. A little more ultramarine blue over here. You have to make adjustments as you go along. Trying to match up the two eyes. Alright, I'm going to clean off my brush, wipe it off my tissue. That's all I'm doing is just wiping it off. Move this around. And like I say, if it dries on you, just add water to your brush. Just tap it off in your tissue so you won't get too much drips. There we go, it's better. Good. Now if you want more shadow, just put some over here. Thinking I might need more shadow. More shadow on top better because it makes the eyes pop. That looks better. So, let's take your little brush. Nice thin top. If you don't have a nice thin top, then take a toothpick. Add white to it. We'll go with pure white for now. And we'll put some highlights in the eyes. So let's pick a spot. But maybe, I don't know, maybe here somewhere. And maybe a little bit over here. Let's see. And it's a little bit over here. Just to bring them out a bit. So I'm going to wipe off my brush and I'm going to move it around a little bit. Just kind of smooth it out a little bit to make it look more realistic. Smooth it out. Okay, I think, I'm not sure if I want any inside. I'll put in a little bit, just to, I can always take it out if I don't like it. That brings it to life, that's nice. I'm going to take some of my ultramarine blue, just ultramarine blue itself, nice and dark. And I'm going to line out down around here. Use your line for a guide. Here. Clean off my brush and my tissue. I'm going to make little circles on the edge here just to get that softened up on the edge, okay? Sleeve it away. There we go. Just soften it up. makes the eye look a little more round. See how it brings it out more? Pretty, isn't it? Let's try the other eye. Ultramarine blue, just ultramarine blue or any dark blue you have there. Okay, let's trim. Alright, here we go. Right on the edge here. So you have to do it step by step, you know. Now you can do the whole eye really dark blue and then put in the highlights after if you want to do that too, you know. But I find this way you can make decisions better. Well, you try whatever way works for you. Nice and dark around that edge. Even though we have black, still got to separate these because it's going to be white fur. Come off your brush. Boop, boop, boop. There we go. Alright. Look how nice they pop. Now the eyes are really pretty. Might have some more work to do with them after, but I'll worry about that after. Now I got most of that done, so I don't want to spend all the time on just the eyes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the snout, the nose. The snout is a dog, isn't it? So I'm going to take some of my pink color, add a little bit of burnt umber to it, just to tone it down. See how I toned it down from a bright pink to a nice neutral pink? Toning down your paints is nice because you don't, unless it's a cartoon or something, it's okay. We're just going to get a color in here. I don't worry about any shadows, or we just want to get a shape. Gotta get our shapes. That's the most important thing. And then after that, you can put your shadows and highlights on. So you get your shapes by putting on your basic color first. All right. So we'll get the basic shape of the nose. All right. Just getting in the shape this way I can. Right. Don't worry about it being off a little bit because you can always paint over the areas that don't match or don't look right. Okay. Just trying to get a shape right now. All right. Go around here, down here. Here, and we'll get that straightened up. All right, here we go. All right, good. Yeah, so getting the shape is the most important right now. I think we got the shape going on here. There we go. It's a bit of a shape there. It's not totally perfect yet. We also have some pink in the ears. So red, white, a little bit of burnt umber, a little bit of brown, whatever you got there. Even maybe you could add a little bit of green to it if you don't have the brown. We'll tone it down because green is complementary color red, and can use that to tone down your red. Alright, so I'm going to tone that down even a bit more by adding more brown to it. I want to get that a little darker because that will help me establish the fur coming over the ears. I almost need that really dark. I'm going to go up on the edge here. I'm just going to fill it in completely. Make it easy for you guys and fooling around with trying to put a little stroke here, a little stroke there, because this is much easier. So just get your underpainting down there. I'm going to have to shadow that one up a little bit by adding burnt umber. Pure burnt umber. Darkening up that area. So wipe off your brush, get the red and white off, go into your burnt umber, and just go by a picture is all I'm doing. If we look at another picture of a cat, it might have different shade and shadows and shadings. So this is not for all cats, this is just for the picture I'm looking at, okay? That's the only reason why I'm doing this. Look at a bunch of white cats' faces and you'll see the shadows. You'll see everything different. So if you're looking at videos of how to paint a cat, every picture is going to be different. So you might get the, some idea how to paint your white fur, how to paint your shadows, how to paint the eyes. But it depends on what you're looking at and what your photograph looks like and where the shadows and highlights are. So the other ears is basically the same. A little bit of a shadow in here. Alright, so it's burnt umber, red and white, but more burnt umber than red and white because I want to keep that shadow there, kind of a dark underpainting, and then we'll work on top of that. How's that? So always look for your darkest area first. That will be your background, no matter what you do, okay? Alright, so we'll just fill in this ear. There we go. And we will get the shape of the ear first. That's all we need to do is get the shapes. That'll make it so much easier for you. Alright. So we have kind of a pinkish brown going on here for your underpainting because you still want the pinkness to the ear. But this is going to be the underpainting. Alright, so I'm just putting that in like that. So now I'm going to take my flat chiseled edge brush, synthetic. I'm going to mix up a shadow color for the fur. So I'm going to mix up a grayish bluish color, which I am here. What I did was I added ultramarine blue, burnt umber, and white till I got a nice gray. I want a little bit darker than that. It's going to have a lot of white fur. Let's see how that looks. It's going to take, maybe get that a little darker. Ultramarine blue, burnt umber, give you a nice grayish color. Darken it up. A bit better. Now, another way to make your cat look even more fluffy. Just going to tap on some white with a little bit of blue in it. Ultramarine blue for the shadows. Make sure you get enough blue in there so that you get that fluffy look. Especially around here. That's where the shadows are. Okay. Make sure I get some shadow color in there. Just the ultramarine blue, some white. See how fluffy it is? Don't want to lose that shadow there. Just want to separate it. Good. This is the easiest way to make a fluffy cat. A fluffy white cat. Don't know why that's doing that. All right. Using a bristle brush, by the way. And here to tapping. Tap, 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 tap. See how fluffy it is. Because your brush is big, you might end up going into some parts that you don't want to. We'll just fix that after. So I have two versions, so you can see which one you like the best. This is the fastest and easiest one. Going over some of that to layer it. There's too much blue there, you just go over with some white to bring out some of the fluffiness. keeping some of your underpainting, your under your blue. So you want to make the cat's eyes come alive. You add more highlight to the eye, just a little bit of white on the corners here. See, and that kind of jumps them out even more. Let's fix up the nose a little bit. Right up here like this. Now, that's a bit better. A bit highlight up here. Just pink. Just to brighten up the ears a little bit. And some burnt sienna, just using my little brush, a little round brush, a little bit of burnt umber to some shadow here. Add a little bit of white to that. Coming along, cleaning off my brush, I'm going to go into white, finish off some of this here. When you're looking at your pictures, pick out the place where most of the highlights are. Trying to clean up this edge here. It's got a little bit of a shade to it. little bit of a shade, a little bit of shadow color. This shadow color. There we go. Shadow down here. A little bit here. Brings out the eye more, see? Put some white on top of that. Don't want to lose all the shadow, no? Now, the other eye. And some shadows. Well, this part here, I lighten this about 10 times and it keeps going dull on me. That's acrylic paint for you. That's where the light is in the picture. Can't seem to get it to stay like, because acrylics can be hard to work with sometimes. So if you want your colors really bright, you may have to go over them with some oils. Well, the paints stay more vibrant. Or maybe it's just, maybe you just need a more professional paint. Like this is basics, so it's more of a student grade, so you might need something with more pigment in it. So now I'm going to try the eye. Just using my little strokes to get a furry look there on the eye. I scrub it in a little bit sometimes. Now I think we are getting there. think the eyes look better now. I think they do. Let's try some whiskers with a piece of cardboard or a cardstock paper. Just pull it through some paint and hope for the best. Get a shorter piece. Some of the edges here. If I can fix up the top part there. So just pull through a piece of cardboard, cardstock or Christmas card that you cut up. Let's get more paint. Just fix up this little bit up here, just to bring it up a little closer. Soft it up a bit. And you can put a little bit of shadow there so it won't look so sticking out so much there. I want it to look natural. There we go. Well, thank you very much for painting along with me, and I hope you enjoyed that painting. And if you liked this video, then you can subscribe so you can get more free videos. And you can like, share if you could, if you think it could help other people. And if you have any questions, just leave it in the comments section below. And or you can email me at allisonpryor@yahoo.com. So I'll see you in the next video.